How to tell this is a one-sided relationship. Girls, we know all about it. We know all about that moment when you realize and wake up to the reality that you've been in this relationship alone and time has been wasted because the only person that was in this relationship was you. So, I will see you on the other side. Hello, my name is Chengi. I am the founder of the SWAN Relationship Academy and your dating and relationship expert, here to teach you ladies how to present as a high value, high status and high worth woman that high value masculine men find completely irresistible. If that is you, let me hear an amen, and I'm gonna go right into this video. Signs this is a one-sided relationship. You do all the initiating when it comes to communicating. If you do not communicate with him, you will not hear from him. You know, because he will happily respond to your text messages. He will happily pick up the phone when you call, but he is not going to be initiating. This is very much a sign of two things. Feminine energy men will show up very passive in a relationship because this is their relationship protocol. This is how they do relationships. They like to sit back and let the woman do the work. This is the feminine energy on the inside of them. If that's your cup of tea, by all means keep initiating. But if you know that this man is indeed a masculine man and he is leaning back, it is because this relationship is not what he wants. This relationship is in self-service to him. He probably has other options. When masculine men are not interested in a woman, they manifest in feminine ways. They pull away. They lean back in the relationship because this is a sign that they're not interested. Sometimes they're not even conscious that they're in that position, but actually they're not interested in that relationship, and this relationship is only to serve them. They're not in it for you, and you will find yourself falling in love alone and believing you're in a relationship when you're all by yourself. So this is a very first trigger. If you always initiate conversation, if you always initiate intimacy, physical intimacy, sexual intimacy, if you are the one who always has to reach out for his hand, if you're the one who has to lean in for the kiss, if you're the one who always has to seduce him into bed, then honey, you're in a one-sided relationship. Even some of my married girls watching this video and some ladies in a committed relationship watching this video, I know that if you constantly have to be the one to seduce him and lure him into the bedroom, chances are he has left the building and you are in this relationship alone. The next point is you are always trying to take up less space. Why? Because he criticizes you. You can never get anything right. You always have to apologize. I'm so sorry. You always have to tiptoe around him. This tells me that this relationship is definitely one-sided. It's really about his comfort, his ease, and his peace of mind, and has nothing to do with you. And of course, because you want it so desperately, you give more, you show up more. And at the end of the day, that feels too much for him. And as a result, he pulls back even more, and you find yourself alone in a relationship. You are always the one to accommodate his changes. Whatever plan he makes, he changes them. If he wants to turn around and come at midnight when he said he'd come at 6 p.m., you change it. When you had plans to be with your friends, but this is the only day he can see you because he hasn't seen you for a month, for 2 weeks, you change it. Whenever he will never move his schedule for you. No one's life is so busy. No one is that committed that they cannot move a few things around. Leave work a little bit earlier. Maybe take a day off because he hasn't seen you. Maybe take a few hours off in the morning. for the schedule to work with yours. If he's not making any adjustments to his schedule and you have to do that, and you feel like showing him your commitment by rescheduling your life and making him think, oh, you know, Chengi always, I want to show him that I will always make time for him so that he knows I'm a worthy investment. You, darling, are delusional and wasting your time. I'll be back with the rest after this. I created the Black Swan Nation because I wanted women from all over the world to be able to access on the point help with their dating and relationship needs. We have the expertise of our world-class coaches, including myself, supporting you ladies through your dating journey to have access to live coaching without having to blow the bank. This, of course, we can only take a certain amount of ladies and support a certain amount of ladies, but I want you to know that you are currently welcome to the Black Swan Nation. You may end up on a waiting list, or you may get lucky and be able to get right into the Black Swan Nation, where we provide more insight, where we discuss more personal stories that will be of use to you. In the Black Swan Nation, there are no holds barred. It is unfiltered. It is only for the brave, because in the Black Swan Nation, we give you the raw truth. So all you have to do is follow the link on this video, and we will see you on the other side. Welcome back. He does not reciprocate. He never reciprocates. Emotionally, if you share something intimate with him, he will not share anything intimate. If you show him kindness, he will not show you kindness. If you make room, if you make space, whatever you show him, you never get it back. He's happy to accept everything you've got to give, but he will never get it back. The next one is you find yourself always making excuses for him to your friends, and they're sitting there quietly and politely listening, but you know they're thinking, what on earth is going on with this girl? She's got no business accepting this. Yes, you know that deep in your gut when you're telling your friends, they're only nodding because they know you're not going to leave him. But deep down inside, you know you're always making excuses. Making excuses for men is the first sign that you're in a relationship all by yourself. Why? Because a man who does not want to be in a relationship with you will put you in a position where you always have to be the one to find a reason why he's being a bad boy. Do not ignore it. This man is not in this relationship with you. The next one is his needs always come first. Yes, in this relationship, it's about his needs first in every way, shape, or form. When he wants to be intimate with you, when he wants to eat, where he wants to eat, what he wants to eat, what he wants to do, what he wants to watch. If the relationship cannot go forward, if he withdraws or gets upset or throws a tantrum over the fact that he cannot have his way, this relationship was never about you. Ladies, I know what it's like to be with somebody who just doesn't want to be with you and wanted to be them so badly because there's so many traits that you've told yourself in your head that they have. In truth, you came into this relationship wanting a certain kind of man. Maybe you were tired of being online. Maybe you were tired of dating a million different people. And your brain was so desperate to find some semblance of goodness in the next guy or in this guy. Because maybe your eyes like him and he looks great and it'd be great to show up to that party with. And it's just nice to say, hey, I've got a boyfriend or I'm dating somebody. Or, you know, my husband is just, I've got a husband. It's nice, isn't it, ladies, to at least have somebody. And so what we do is we project what we desire for them to be. We put it on them. It's our story, and we superimpose that story on a man who is clearly in every way showing us that he is not in this with us. He's not on the same journey with us. We're not on the same path, but we want it so badly that we rewrite the narrative that is literally being said out loud. In his actions and in his deeds and in his words, he cannot make it any clearer. But you are so in love with your dream, your story, your narrative that you will not see it. Because it hurts too much to believe that you have been living out this relationship by yourself and that you have projected. And it's because you are afraid. It's so easy for us to do. And it is so painful when we wake up to realize that we were in it alone and that that person never made us any promises. Yes, nobody's going to walk away from freebies. No one is going to walk away from somebody who's prepared to give them everything they want for nothing, to show up for them for nothing without making an effort. Come on. As human beings, we love a freebie. And on that note, don't forget to get your freebie, a sample of the dating scripts, exactly what to say to him, the dating scripts to make you desirable. They're in there. We've got some free samples for you to start working on in the description link below. Now you're gonna go right ahead and you're gonna download those products, are you not? Why? We love a freebie, especially if it is quality and we trust the person that is giving it. We are humans. We all like a bargain, and he is no different. It takes a degree of integrity in relationships to say, you know what, it's not fair for me to use up what another woman could really cherish. Let me let him go. In truth, you're gonna think, well, I don't have better options, and he's prepared to spoil me, do whatever I want, so hey, why don't I just keep him along? Men are no different. And so be smart and be wise, and notice and take off the rose-tinted glasses, the little stories you tell yourself to make yourself feel better, and see him for who he is. It doesn't make him a monster, it just makes him the man that is not for you. Beautiful swans, I look forward to seeing you on my next video. In the meantime, do take care of you. Love you lots. Bye bye now. Well done for coming to the end of this video. What I want to ask you is, what have you learned? What is your takeaway? And what are you going to start practicing right away? Those three things are how you are going to get the best out of every class here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy. Please put it in the comments so that we can all have a look. So I can have a look, the coaches can have a look, and I promise you, we read every comment. We may not be able to reply to every comment, but we read all of your comments and we want to see how you are growing. And we will see you on the next video.